Millions of people across the world struggle with weight loss, even though they are dieting, even though they're exercising, and the reason is not only fat accumulation. Rather, in Ayurveda, there are multiple reasons why weight gain happens. Like your Agni is compromised, there's too much toxin overload in your body, there's hormonal imbalance because your doshas have been out of balance for the longest time. This video is not only going to give you the perfect Ayurvedic weight loss diet plan, but is also going to make you understand what is the concept of weight loss in Ayurveda and how you can achieve it at home. So let's get into it. The first step of understanding weight gain in Ayurveda is to understand the natural dosha called kapha. Now, kapha is made up of water and earth, which is naturally quite a heavy element in the body. That means anything that contributes to kapha is responsible for structure, formation, muscles, as well as fat. The more heavy, cheesy, sweet-based items you eat naturally enhance kapha dosha in your body and, of course, is responsible for fat accumulation in your body. Many people think that it's only kapha dosh which is responsible for weight gain. But Ayurveda recognizes that there are multiple other reasons why weight gain really happens. Number one reason, your Agni is compromised. When the central digestive fire is not functioning properly, automatically a lot of undigested waste or ama or toxins, as we call it in modern medicine, accumulate in your body. These toxins are quite dangerous for somebody who is looking towards weight loss because they not only block your srotas or channels but also cause a heavy accumulation of vitiated kapha dosh or arm in different areas of the body. So a lot of people might actually be doing all the right things, but if they are not eating right, according to their prakriti and vikriti, they still might not be able to lose weight as they would like to predict. Because of an imbalanced Agni, automatically your metabolism also goes down. A slow metabolism clearly means that any fat, any sweet that you eat is not going to get digested fully and is also not going to be eliminated properly. That means more fat accumulation and more blood glucose circulating in your bloodstream on a daily basis just because your Agni is not functioning well. The second way, which I already discussed about, is the presence of toxins or ama in your system. Ama is just simply undigested waste that you have not been able to eliminate from your body properly, which causes a lot of blockages, causes a lot of accumulation of fat or undigested fat cells in your body. The third reason why there is a weight imbalance in your body is because there is not enough movement in your gut. Automatically weight loss will not happen. So it is very important for you to do any activity, be it a simple walk or even 10,000 steps, so that not only your gut moves but your physical organs inside your body also have a higher metabolic rate. Fat burns happen only when there is calorie deficit in your body, as well as there is a good amount of gut movement in your body. Bringing me to my next point, which is stabilizing your blood sugar naturally. Blood sugar, when it is too high in terms of intake, or rather it is circulating in your bloodstream, is not good, because anything that is sweet will definitely enhance weight gain, because naturally kapha dosh favors anything that is sweet. Now, how to target this? There are many formulations in Ayurveda which of course control your blood sugar level and decrease insulin resistance in your body. Insulin resistance happens when of course the activity in your body is less or due to multiple other genetic reasons. However, insulin resistance is easy to tackle. You can either increase your activity after every meal by walking at least 15 minutes, or you can also try to include formulations like glucomap in your daily lifestyle if insulin resistance is the reason why your weight gain is happening. However, at the core of it, insulin resistance is also an Agni problem, which brings me back to my first point, which is the start of any issue related to weight gain in Ayurveda, which is an imbalanced Agni or a slow or Mand Agni. Mand Agni will always cause insulin resistance at the end of the day. So you have to ensure that the starting point in Ayurveda towards weight loss is always fixing your Agni. So let's now get into the right Ayurvedic plan starting from your morning, which is at about 6 a.m. Now, many of you may not be waking at 6 a.m. but if you want to lose your weight, you have to wake up at least before 6 a.m. which is the Vata time, or even if it is after 6 a.m., don't try to wake up beyond 8 a.m. Waking up after 8 a.m. is a strong kapha time which does not help those who are trying to lose weight. Now, what to do when you wake up? You can start with 1 cup of warm water with either a pinch of dried ginger or a little bit of cumin. You can also try to boil the cumin into the water and make a cumin tea. This not only helps with water retention but also helps take away any gas, bloating or indigestion which is being caused by an imbalanced Agni. The next thing that you can do is start with a light breakfast. Ayurveda does not recommend a very heavy breakfast right in the morning. So you can start with a good healthy breakfast which can include either a moong dal chila, oats chila, or even millet chila if you can digest millets good. Always ensure that you're taking a good amount of fat with millets because they are drying in nature. In addition to this, you can also have red rice poha or even something like barley, which is excellent for those who are trying to lose weight. If you want, you can also have barley water or barley tea throughout the day if you want to lose weight quickly. At every point of my Ayurvedic weight loss diet plan, you have to ensure that you're eating everything warm, fresh and cooked. No salads or no cold water is allowed when you're trying to lose weight because that will directly weaken your Agni, which does not help with weight loss at all. In addition to the breakfast options that I gave you, legumes like moong dal or masoor dal are also okay. If you can sprout them a little bit, that is also okay. Then other vegetables except root vegetables and potatoes are also a good way to incorporate some healthy things in your breakfast. Now let's move on to our lunch plan, which is the ideal Ayurvedic fat loss burner time because this is the Pitta time. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is core Pitta time where anything and everything you eat does get digested much better as compared to dinner as well as breakfast time. So ensure that you take your heaviest meal of the day during this Pitta time. Your lunch plate in an Ayurvedic way should be designed with 50% vegetables, 25% whole dal or legumes and 25% whole grains. Now the whole grains may not necessarily be white rice or even atta. It can actually be millet rotis, jaw roti, which is again really good for weight loss, is also a good option to have during afternoon time. Ensure that your plate always have the 6 rasas or 6 tastes identified in Ayurveda because that is what makes it a holistic plate which can include vegetables which are of different colors, which are astringent, pungent in nature, as well as a little bit of bitter taste that can go into different forms. If you're trying to lose weight actively through Ayurveda, then incorporate your heaviest proteins in this meal. If you're having soy chunks, which I really don't recommend for everyday use, but still, if you want to have a good amount of protein, do it in your lunchtime. Soy chunks, paneer, as well as tempeh can be used if they are cooked well and are soft to digest. Along with them, of course, incorporate the best spices there are for digestion. In addition to this, Ayurveda does not recommend removing fat or oils completely from your diet. Sesame oil and mustard oil are really good to balance out kapha dosha, especially if you can tolerate the warmth of these oils. Try to cook every meal in them. If you're not comfortable using oils, then I would recommend ghee is also an excellent fat burner as long as you don't overdo it. Now, between your breakfast and lunch, it is ideal not to have anything else to eat, but we do recommend herbal teas like CCF tea, ginger tea, cumin tea, which does help remove excess ama or toxins from your system naturally. In the evening snack, which can happen around 4 p.m., you can take roasted makhana or roasted nuts which have been soaked previously, or you can also try to have something healthy that suits your particular body type or prakriti. At this time, Ayurveda requests you to start slowing down the nutrient-dense components of your meals. That means if something is too heavy to digest, we stop having those starting from this time onward towards dinner time. The reason being, everything after sundown takes a long time to be digested, and Ayurveda does not support eating anything after 6 p.m. usually, but because of the modern day, we do recommend people at least they should have only minimal foods starting 4 p.m. onwards, so that their body starts recognizing the natural circadian rhythm as directed by the sun. In addition to this, in the evening time, you can also have another round of herbal tea suited to your particular body type, which you can also ask in the comment below of what herbal tea suits your particular body type. Now moving on to the dinner, which has to be the lightest meal of your day, can include something like warm soups. These can be vegetable soups. If you do want protein in this, you can still boil or steam very tiny chunks of paneer along with your soups and eat them. The lighter they are to digest and the more fresh the paneer is, the easier it is to digest. So ensure that your paneer has been made the very same day, rather the very same hour right before you put it in your soups. However, I do understand that some body types, especially Pitta body types, which get really hungry at the night time, may need something more filling. So here you can have light khichdis with a dollop of ghee, as well as millet khichdis if you want to be filled for a longer time. The dinner time should not go beyond 7 p.m. if you're trying to lose weight. 7 p.m. is already too late for your gut to be removing toxins. So you have to ensure that dinner time is done quite early, especially if you are taking heavier grains like millets. In addition to this, for protein requirements, as I said, paneer can be taken, but it has to be steamed, cooked, or made very soft for you to digest. Also, you can add digestive spices again like hing bashtak churn, or probably something like dizomap, which can go along with handling the proteins at the night time. If you're a person who can have vegetables only as a meal, then lauki soup or steamed or sauteed vegetables with a good amount of sesame oil can also be a great addition. You can also try to have moong dal soups, which are ideal for somebody who is trying to lose weight. In terms of spices, I would highly recommend spices like hing, cumin, coriander, fennel, as well as ginger if you're trying to lose weight. Now, some of these spices might be warming, so you have to identify which spices actually suit you, and you can also ask in the comment section below. Why do I recommend these spices? Number one, they boost your Agni. They are very good Agni Deepana herbs. Number two, they also help directly burn your fat. And number three, they boost your metabolism like anything. So incorporating spices is a must, but making food spicy is not a must. Now let's understand what are the things to avoid. Avoid cold drinks, packaged foods, anything that is ultra processed, anything that is very raw in nature like salads, which are cold cuts, or cold cut meats will not help you lose weight easily. Everything that I talked to you about has to be freshly prepared, or at least should not be frozen or should not be kept overnight, because that is definitely going to increase your kapha dosh, especially if you are eating something that has been processed or frozen. These are very tamasic in nature, and tamas and kapha kind of go hand in hand most of the times. And of course, in addition to this, you all know sugar-based items, refined flour or refined items also do not help. Baked items are also something I would not recommend for you to keep adding to your diet. Of course, fried foods, like most of you know, deep frying is not going to be good, but shallow frying is still okay once in a while if you're trying to lose weight. Now some ideas in Vihar that you have to change. Number one, continuous snacking has to go away. There has to be a good gap between each meal, at least 3 to 4 hours, if you are allowing your body to fully digest the food that you've previously eaten. Number two, eating without hunger. If you're not hungry hungry, skip the meal. Wait for your natural hunger to come back. There are many other practices that we do cover over time of how to ensure your weight loss is done properly, but snacking is one of the things which we find out people are not able to avoid. So ensure that you're not snacking in between meals. In addition to this, there is one certain category of food which you have to avoid if you're trying to lose weight. That is dairy. Milk, curd or any other dairy item does not help with weight loss, and it only actually is quite guru in nature. That means quite heavy to digest. So anybody who already has an imbalanced Agni or a Mand Agni, that means slow metabolism and slow Agni, will not be able to digest milk properly, and that's why we don't recommend people who are trying to lose weight any sort of milk based item. They can still have paneer in small quantities, but have it with the right digestive spices and steam or cook it properly, and it also should be freshly made. Now moving on to the last section of our weight loss option, which is the herbal support. Of course, many of you will require herbal support in your weight loss journey, and we do recommend many people to take the support of herbs as and when they need it, because for some, diet and lifestyle changes may not be enough. For them, there are formulations like Triphala at night, which helps with metabolism, nourishes your gut, cleanses out your system of the toxins, and tries to bring back Agni to its natural state. So Triphala is number one recommendation. The next is herbal teas, which is Kapha tea, pure cleanse tea, ginger cumin tea, CCF tea, any tea that you can make at home or carry along with you in your office, in your workplace, will really make a big difference. This is one of the biggest difference that has happened for people. Sipping warm herbal teas throughout the day not only helps with removing excess water from your body and taking out water retention, but it also helps bring back your Agni and doshas into balance. Now, other than this, of course, there are some special herbs that I would always recommend you take only under the guidance of the Vaidya, which includes Gokshura, Punarnava, Livomap, as well as a lot of herbs like Garcinia, which specifically target weight loss. In addition to this, a polyherbal formulation called Medohar Gogul, which should be taken under the guidance of a Vaidya only. Liver has a great role in weight loss, not only because it helps with the enzymatic process and metabolism, but it also brings balance to Ranjak Pitta and a lot of other doshas which are responsible for keeping your Agni alive. So taking care of your liver is of utmost importance, and Livomap is a product which does exactly that. There are a lot of things that I did not cover in this video which go into the specifics of weight loss, like lifestyle tips, some of which I've covered but some of which have not been covered. But for that, I have made a generic Ayurvedic weight loss diet plan for you to access. Comment below weight loss if you would like to get access to that weight loss plan. It is a generic plan, but if you want a customized plan, talk to our Vaidyas on the number below and you will get a customized weight loss diet plan according to Ayurveda. Remember that Ayurveda helps in weight loss in a very sustainable and natural way. So it might look a little slow in the beginning, but it is sustainable, and habits that you pick up in an Ayurvedic way actually make you help with not only weight loss but also bringing back the body to its natural state of balance. So you're not only taking help with your weight loss but also bringing health back to your body. If you like this video, do comment below what is the one lifestyle habit or diet habit that you're going to change after watching this video, and also subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends and family, because we do get you the most authentic Ayurveda updates out there. Jai Gurudev.